How's it going? Welcome back to Black Desert. It's your host, Thick Itchy here. I'm your host, Kyrandis, and welcome back to the Arc Map Artifact Chase. So today is the Sulfur rotations guide. Sulfur back then was a really awful place. It's probably a lot better nowadays because there's Marnie Stones that you can get here for EXP. And Black Spirit Claw pieces are quite expensive on the market, and this place actually drops them, so it's not too bad. These are 14 million or 15 million a piece, and they're slowly starting to rise again. So Sulfur, there was really only one rotation that I remember that was kind of worth doing. I always used Ustovan as a waypoint to figure out how to get there again. This is bringing back a bit of PTSD. I would say like it was when getting to level 60 was extremely hard. Nowadays you can get there just by questing, which was not possible back in the day, and I did this like many years back and people saw me get the Devourer piece on stream. So this particular item is pretty rough to get, and sorry, I had to do something. Oh god, oh my. So this particular item was pretty annoying and pretty awful to get back in the day when all the stuff here was kind of crap and nothing was really worth doing. And grinding here was just awful. It still kind of is awful, but like those items like Black Spirit Claw piece and the Marnie Stones has made this place paramount better. You can auto walk here, which is really nice, and if you only have one main character and not really any like alts as well. I also had like farm fences planted out by this villa over here. There's another rotation over there by the Gavinia volcano zone, but the main rotation here is the one you want to do for the arc map, was what I did. It's this area right here. So once you run past this fence, this is where it's at. This is about how far you are from Ustovan. That's why I used them as a waypoint, because I just instinctively ran here and knew where it was. This is the rotation I did. It's just a small circle rotation. Back then I just barely overcleared it, but because APs are so high these days, it probably is very easy to overkill this entire rotation. So this was pretty much the rotation. It's just a full circle around this lake here. Into the water here, I had to like this water made like Tamer's Halong allergic and unsummoned it, so I eventually like did this with Kuno and Tamer. Brought both my Kuno and Tamer here to level 61 back in the day when it took forever, like an hour per percent. Nowadays it's super fast. So then the main mobs you want to kill here are the lava Tukars and the lava Devourers. These are the only mobs that matter. Devourer is the hardest chance out of the 4 pieces of the arc map, and the lava Tukars, there's not too many of them around here, but it's you know, this is the area I found to have the most. I scoped the other areas before doing this, and I remember like doing a head count as well, and I just didn't see that many like Tukars in other areas or Devourers in other areas for kills per minute and hour essentially. So that's pretty much what it boiled down to, was killing these things per hour and per minute, and how many were dying per minute, because the item is at such a low drop chance. This is something I used to do back when I played Ragnarok Online, chasing MVP cards and cards when I was like a teenager. So it's pretty much the same strategy, never really changed. It's just to save myself time and whoever's interested in this kind of artifact chase or a grind, to save themselves time and get out of the rotation as fast as possible, because there's so many other things to do in BDO and a lot of other things to chase. Chasing these items can definitely slow down your progression in the game by a lot. But once you acquire them and use it every day or often enough, you start regaining that time, and more so than everybody else who doesn't have one. So it really depends on what you want to put your gambit on, whether or not you want to put a large amount of time in this and pray to good luck, or not go after it at all and maybe just come here for knowledge and energy or whatnot. But that's pretty much the rotation. As you can tell, like I've already gone a full loop and around. There's no real extension to this rotation here. It's just like if you overkill it, then you might have to actually wait a little bit. You might want to go a little bit south to this area here just as a partial extension if you're overkilling it very hard. And you also want to go back towards the way you came a little bit. I don't remember if it was the way you came a little bit or if it was uphill. No, it's the uphill. It was uphill over here. So if you overkill all this a little too fast, nowadays you go uphill as well as that little minor intersection to kill that 1-2 car. You go up here and you kill this massive group up here. and then you blow these all away. You kill these Devourers, and then you have to use your movement cancels and start running all the way back down. So certain classes like Lawn would probably be good, but Lawn wasn't available back then because you can fly really fast all the way back to the rotation. So Lawn would be nice here. And then we're going to go to the second rotation here. The second rotation is on the eastern side towards the villa. So I normally just auto path towards the volcano zone here, and it'll kind of walk you towards the rotation. So if this is taken up, I normally run to a different place. There's always another rotation somewhere else. There's at least 2 or 3 rotations in each area for the item chase. And some of them for like Sulfur, for instance, is the actual rotation for trash loot as well. Most of the time, the rotations I'm doing for these items is not involved regarding trash loot at all. Like, I completely disregard how much trash per hour I make. The items to find is probably a lot easier these days because loot scrolls are so accessible or given by events, but a lot of the time, Kama Sylvia Blessing is also there as well, 20% more drop rate. We also have like the knowledge buff of 20% if you got that. And there's also like a drop rate event going on right now, which we used to not have at all. There's even drop rate pets, which is quite pay to win in a sense, but it's only 4%. Really, I don't know how much you value that. I wouldn't put too much weight into that. And yeah, so like, you know, in terms of draw rate, it's much easier than when I did it back in the day where we didn't have any of these bonuses. So everything was just kind of running off luck plus 10, which is, I think, only like worth 10% extra drop rate. So it was really rough. So, and some people wonder like, oh, does node investment work? I believe it does. Some people say like it just completely nerfs and screws up their drops as well. I got all my arc map pieces at node 10 investment. For the compass, history, and Akhman, you cannot invest into it, so you just have to go off the base chance and pray to God that application of item drop rate increases as it says. Alright, so now that I've reached the second rotation, this is the second rotation over here as I'm auto-pathing to the node manager for Volcano Zone there. You can just start off over here. There's like a few Devourers over here. And I made my way to these dinosaurs over here. You kill this small little group here. And then you blow up these dinosaurs. These dinosaur dudes have a high chance of dropping the Black Spirit Claw, I believe. I'm quite sure they drop them. They also have knockback, which is really annoying. You kill that group, then you go into this group over here. And then you kill this group over here. I don't even know my cooldowns anymore because I'm not good with Succession yet. It's only been like a day of playing with Succession. Kill this group over here. Go into this one here. It's like a large circle, sort of. It's like a weird shaped circle. And then you can kill this one at the door here if you want. Sometimes I ignore it, but because everything's so much stronger, kill these ones in the pool. Then you can blow up these mobs over here to kite them into these 3 Devourers here. This is more like the Devourer rotation. The previous rotation was for Lava Tukars, so if you already have that arc map piece, then you probably want to be doing this rotation for the Devourer piece. You kill that one, then you go all the way over here. Oh boy, a daily quest item. You can kill these guys. They have a chance to drop a Sissel's necklace. I don't always go here because this is only if you overkill the rotation and you need more mobs to kill. Alright, and then once that group is down, I go through here. You can drag these ones if you don't one-shot them into this other group here, and then they all stop over here. You kite them all into this one group if you don't have enough power. And then you go into this group. And then you go back up this way. And then up this hill here for another Devourer. I just remember this rotation had the most Devourers in it. Not very many Lava Tukars, so if you need the hardest arc map piece to drop, this is the rotation I did over and over until it dropped. But then I was running around the Lava Tukar area rotation because somebody was doing it the other time, and then I found it on stream at the previous rotation that I showcased. Alright, and then you blow through this guy here, then you go through these guys here. And then there's like another 3 Devourers here. If you're like an archer or whatever, or a ranger, you could probably just shoot these down and they're gone. And then another 3 Devourers here. Like overall, I think it was like 20 or like 27 some odd like Devourers in this rotation. And that's the rotation, and here we are, back to where we started. So it's a pretty big loop. And that's pretty much it. There's only the 2 rotations. I don't know if they ever buffed this area in any other sense by making the caves or whatever, the inner parts, more dense. But in terms of kills per minute, this place was far better than the cave. Like, I checked inside the Rude Sulfur mine and I was like, this is pointless. Like, there's barely any of the particular mobs that drop the arc map piece, and the rotation inside the cave's not even that good. Alright, so that's pretty much Sulfur rotations. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now. Peace.